this might be a tough decision right now.
My
but
team
I'm
did
not just
absolutely
Some
garbage.
NFL games that were like,
Right.
whoa.
I actually don't
Had
understand.
a lot of mixed feelings.
Welcome, Disgruntled. We have another guest here on the Legal Domains.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
It doesn't look like you're ready.
I'm gonna make sure you get copyright striked in the first 30 seconds.
You fucking bitch. I'm gonna talk over it so I don't get copyrighted. I'm just gonna continue talking until the song's over so I don't get copyrighted because I need money. He doesn't need money in this world. Because I really like funny. I just really don't want to get copyrighted.
Fine.
Fucking bitch. I could have ended my career.
Good.
Why you want to
Should
do?
have one.
Why?
You're making me sit outside.
That was Titus's idea.
No. You agreed.
You also agreed.
Shut the fuck up, Caleb.
Don't ever talk to me like that again.
Talk to you however I want to talk to you.
There we go.
Perfect.
Now we don't have me blasting into the
Yes.
oblivion. So, how was your 21st birthday?
You're not gonna do an intro or anything?
Oh,
This is how you run things around here?
welcome welcome Disgruntled. Back on episode 69. Just joking, it's 84, 85.
Was it worth the joke?
No.
Was it worth the joke?
But on today's episode, I have Joshua AFIRIYIE back on another minisode because finals. And today we are going to be talking about his 21st birthday.
My 21st birthday. Yes. First of all, you guys see my legs right now? See my fucking legs? Yeah, it's because it's warm outside. It's above 60 degrees. Isn't that crazy? It's been cold for so long. You can see Caleb's legs too. But it's
Yes.
not as shocking because he wears shorts in the winter.
Yeah.
Couldn't be me.
Kind of a perfect weather storm for your birthday.
I know. It literally, the first day it was really nice was my birthday, which was yesterday. My 21st.
And it wasn't too hot either like today. I feel it was like a nice temperature.
Yeah, it was a good temperature. It was a really good temperature. My birthday was nice. It was a good time.
How was it like buying your first legal drink?
You know, it didn't feel that. It didn't feel like anything in particular. But I wasn't expecting anything shocking. You know, maybe if I hadn't not drank alcohol. That took me a while. If I had not drank alcohol ever, I think maybe it would have been more shocking, but I've been hypothetically purchasing alcohol illegally,
Quote unquote.
quote unquote, from a certain retailer.
Yeah. Don't look it up.
This entire
It's-
time. Yeah. Yeah.
It's
So
definitely not the name of the store.
right.
Yeah. But how about going to your first bar, even though it was kind of low key?
Low key janky.
Yeah.
It was interesting. You know, it's a different atmosphere and a different vibe. So it was just weird being in that environment because even today, like I was at that club meeting for the Artists of Color collective, and they were talking about having like a because they rented out their space in West Philly to host like artist workshops and like events and stuff. So they were talking about like having a rave there, and they were like, or they were talking about the hours, and they were like, oh, if we want to have something more mature, you know, we can wait until the night. And I was like, I can really experience those now. Like I am the mature. I am truly the mature now. Before it was like, oh, ha ha ha, you guys can all drink, but I'll just sit back and watch you guys,
Yeah.
you know, be adults.
I think that's the most exciting thing about turning 21 is it's just that freedom of being more mature, because if it was like, I feel like it would be even more exciting like if we quote unquote didn't drink, or quote unquote didn't drink before we were 21, but that was not the case because we quote unquote
Right.
drank before 21.
Right.
But I think it's more of just like the feeling of being able to walk in a bar and not having to worry about like a fake ID or
yeah,
just like here's my ID, or being able to go to those more mature parties and stuff and not
Right.
have to worry about being underage and being like, oh, my 21st is almost here, can you just like let it slide?
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
like I'm basically 21.
Yeah. Yeah, and it was nice having the anticipation build up because you guys all had your birthdays before me. So it was like I kind of just got to watch you guys experience that. And then I was just able to hold on to like, my day's going to come.
Yeah.
And it did.
Now it's here.
Now it's here.
We
It
went.
passed. Mhm.
We went on a little bike ride too.
We did. Me and Caleb went on an adventure.
Yes.
Yesterday we did. We were biking for like 3 hours.
Yeah, that was
around
crazy.
Philly.
We biked all the way to
crazy.
Fairmount.
Yeah. Yeah, but all the way to the river.
Yeah.
Schuylkill?
Schuylkill.
We went to the Schuylkill River,
Yes.
which was cool.
And I witnessed Josh have his first legal drink as
My
well.
First legal drink. A
So
Johnny
exciting.
Bootlegger.
Johnny.
Yeah.
I got an IPA from Germany.
He did.
Is all IPA from Germany? Probably not.
I don't know.
I don't know either. But it was a German beer. If all IPAs are from Germany, then I apologize. But but then we went to the river and then we drank a little bit at the river and talked about life
We did.
and
We
watched the
did.
sunset.
Yes, we did. We did. We watched the sunset. Some mosquitoes were flying by my face, but I put up with it. I put up with it.
Did any bite you? Do you have any bug bites?
I have no bug bites, actually. They were like, we know it's your birthday. We're not going to touch you today. We'll leave you alone.
Bless you.
Excuse me. Mm-hmm.
How does it feel? How did it feel getting all the happy birthdays and also what was your favorite gift that you got?
The happy birthday messages felt nice, mostly because I have never really been one to enjoy my birthday or to let myself enjoy my birthday, and I've always pondered the reason why, and I have theories, but you know, I feel like there's a sense of dread that comes every year on my birthday, usually. Although every year is different. Like last year, I remember I did not enjoy my birthday at all, just because I felt so like it was just a weird time in my life. I was in a weird space, and I just was not at a place where I could accept love from other people, and I didn't think people cared that much about me or wanted to congratulate me, even on my birthday. So I was like, I'm going to keep this as low-key as possible. And I've had this attitude in, like, other areas of my life where I try to, like, I try to have no expectations. And I know it's to sort of protect myself. But, you know, I've had situations a lot where, even when I was growing up, where I didn't really have, because my mom worked all the time. We're, like, getting into some shit right now.
Yeah.
But my mom, like, kind of worked all the time. And I kind of had to take care of myself when I was a kid. So I didn't really have the opportunity to do a lot of, like, after-school stuff or extracurricular stuff just because who was going to pick me up? Like, the school I went to was too far from my house to walk home. I tried it. I did. I walked home my freshman year, like, once or twice, and I told myself never again. I'm never doing this again. But yeah, like getting rides to and from places was always so hard. So it's like I never really tried to do anything when I was in school. And I never had any expectations for people to come see me if I was doing anything. Like if I was in the play or I was in band like during middle school. And I was always like, no, like I do not want. I'm perfectly fine like going to this band concert. Mm-hmm. I'm perfectly fine going to this concert by myself and you just picking me up or I get a ride home from somebody else. Like, I don't want, like, I don't know. I just was so weird about that kind of stuff. Even my graduation, I was like, I would be perfectly happy if I just went to my graduation, got my diploma and went home. And my mom was like, none of my family came. So I kind of took that attitude to my birthday too. But this year I was like, you know what, fuck it. Like, I'm feeling good about myself this year. I'm feeling pretty happy to be Josh right now. So let's just celebrate my life. Best gift, I got myself a fucking massage yesterday. That shit was so good. I wish I could. I would do that every week. I would do that more often if I had the funds. Have you ever had a massage? No.
I've never had a massage. I want to get one, and I also want to go to a chiropractor as well. But
oh yeah,
because I feel like I have a lot of cracks that I need to be cracked.
Crack out.
Yeah. But I'm glad that you were able to enjoy your birthday and do self-loving, because I feel like everyone needs to do that, especially if you were deprived of that somewhat or a lot during your childhood
Yes.
and growing up and stuff.
Yes.
And it was really nice to see too, because I was looking at the Instagram with all the comments and all the likes and stuff you were getting.
Yeah.
Which was really nice to see. I'm like, I feel like a lot of people love you, and I feel like it's a happy occasion to celebrate your birthday, especially your 21st, which
Thanks,
was really
Caleb.
cool.
I appreciate that.
I just wanted to say I'm glad I experienced it with you.
Oh my God. Yeah, it was nice seeing the captions and not going to like social media in general. I've been trying to have like a different attitude towards, because I don't be on there usually for like different reasons, again, that I haven't been able to pin down, but I have some theories. A lot of it just having to do with, I just am so uncomfortable with like having an online presence and like posting things, and especially because I overthink it, and then I'm like, is this even funny? Like, why am I even posting this? But I'm just trying to have a like, post it and go, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Take it and go. The likes, the comments, whatever, just appreciate the love and let it sort of just wash over you and move. Let the energy just go
As you should.
as it needs to.
Because I feel I approach like social media ever since I was young, like an archive of my life, and kind of don't really pay attention to like the likes and stuff. Well, I do. Like, it feels good to get likes, and it feels good to get comments, obviously. I'm not saying like that doesn't feel good. And yeah, there's a part of me that like does it for likes and stuff, but I just do it mainly to like record what I'm doing. And like, of course, like, I'm not going to post something stupid or like cringy worthy. I'm like, I do pay attention to like, I want
what you're doing.
I want like my nice self to be presented, but like I never, with Instagram and with anything, I try not to delete anything, and I don't think I've deleted a single thing on Instagram, and I just like archived it. And same with YouTube as well.
Yeah.
But what was the main cause for you kind of like switching to that attitude with social media, do you think?
I feel like these past couple months I've just been trying to, well, I feel as though I've come into myself more, and I am embracing the fullness of my being. So, you know, I'm really trying to just explore every facet of that and what Josh is in different contexts and different situations, and getting a greater grasp of the entire picture through all the different avenues. So social media is just one avenue, I feel like, of exploring my own self and who I am on a platform. So I feel like I'm just approaching it from a different angle, as like an experiment, sort of. And that's the biggest difference. Rather than like a high stakes, like, this is make or break for who I am as a person. Like, no, I just, it's not that deep. It's not that deep. It doesn't have to be that deep, so I'm not going to let it be that deep.
With this experiment that you're conducting, do you think it's going like good or bad?
I think it's going pretty well.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. If it was going bad, I don't know. I don't know what I'd do if it was going bad. I feel like I just would not post.
Yeah.
If it was going bad. I feel like moving forward, I mean, I don't really enjoy being on social media that much to begin with. Like, I think some people are really built for it, and some people aren't. Like, even in astrology, like, there's like each sign falls under like a different element, and there's like earth, fire, water, and air, like Avatar, and the air signs like kind of rule communication. So social media is like an air sign type thing. So air signs are more likely to enjoy social media, to be on social media. Like, if you're a Gemini or a Libra or an Aquarius, you might just have a natural leaning. And even outside of the world of astrology, you know, some people just like that shit more than other people. I'm not one of those people. I don't like having my life out there like that. I like to keep things private, you know. What about you?
I take it as a viewpoint of like documenting stuff too.
Right.
So I feel like with my like you can see it within my YouTube channel and with like Instagram and too. Like I'm
Right.
very well, maybe not so much Instagram because I've been posting like once every like 3 or 4 months.
Yeah, yeah.
Because I kind of just lost interest in Instagram or posting, but YouTube, I feel like every aspect of my life basically, except for like a few things, like a lot of I still have a lot of things like prioritized though, but I feel like most of my, like you can get a really good gist of me as a person on like my YouTube channel because of the podcast talking.
Right.
And just like
Very
the
visible.
vlogs we'd go on. Like there's like what I said in the beginning, like I think this is like the 85th podcast, which is wild.
Yeah.
And then I have another 16 episodes with Lisa with kids with divorced parents, and then like almost 40 vlogs with just 40 vlogs and stuff. So I feel like I don't mind. I guess I take it a little different because I'm profiting off of my YouTube channel.
Right.
So I have like an extra incentive to post.
To do that, yeah.
But even without like posting and stuff, I feel like I would still want to just document it. If one person views it, okay. If like 200 people view it, okay. If 1 million people view it, okay. Like I just want to be able to document this moment in time because like my main interest within film is like documentation, and I want to get into like making documentaries.
Right.
And just growing my knowledge in editing and just different avenues that I want to experiment with film and stuff.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's kind of like how I approach social media as very documentation of it. And again, obviously, I would like react differently if like one of my videos blows up, like gets 1 million views. Bless you.
Thank you.
Like it'll be like really exciting. It's like, oh my god, look at all these comments. I.e. the one that we post that got 4.5 million views, but
Oh my god, the TikTok.
yeah, that was crazy.
That was crazy.
But how do you feel being on my vlogs and like doing podcasts like this?
I love being on these podcasts. You know, I love talking about myself. I really do. I could just talk and talk for hours. And I feel like I deprive myself of that on a day-to-day basis because I don't really be talking like when I'm in certain situations. It depends on who's around me and what the vibe is, because I don't know, some things I just like keeping to myself, and I just like to observe sometimes rather than be involved in the conversation. Sometimes I'll try and steer the conversation and just ask questions, but I don't really like to input my own bias. But I'm learning that's not always the best thing to do, because vulnerability is really powerful, and sometimes you have to give a little to get a little from certain people. And you know, there's only certain relationships you're only really gonna be able to explore if you're the first one to be that person to say something and to share something about your life. So I'm trying to talk more about me and what's going on in my head and my life. But
that's really
this
good.
is a great platform for me to do that unwarranted. So I will take any opportunity to be on this.
I love having you on the podcast because it's always good. Good content.
We always make good conversation.
But how do you view, because like this is a form of social media, how do you compare this form of social media to your own personal social media, like your Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, etc.? Like what's the
differences?
Yeah.
Well, Snapchat, I don't be on Snapchat. Snapchat. My approach to Snapchat has always been just like, I can't take it seriously. I can never take it seriously, so I just post dumb shit that I do on there, like me dancing or me like singing shit weirdly in a funny filter. So that's always good. It's always just like, I don't know, every Instagram and Twitter and even YouTube, it's all just like different sides that I get to show of me. And so I've been trying to be more authentic about how I'm using all the platforms, And that's a tricky topic too when you're, talking about social media, because everyone wants to say how fake it is, but they both can exist at the same time.
Yeah.
On some level, it's performative. On another level, it's authentic. I think you just have to constantly be checking in with yourself and being like, is this something I actually want to say, or is this like, is there another external force at work here that's more so at play than what I truly want to say, and just trusting that you can make that determination for yourself, I think is the rules I'm sort of following. Because even when I'm writing captions or when I'm writing tweets or stuff, it's like there's a voice inside me that always wants to be like, oh, like, no matter how you phrase this, it's always gonna be like, not what you want to mean, or somebody's going to misconstrue it, or all these different things. But at that point, I'm like, why am I sucking the fun out of everything?
Yeah.
At a certain point, you just kind of have to let go and trust that you're not, a dummy.
Yeah. And this may be like a kind of a bad take or whatever. Not bad, but like risky take, but like I just like, because I know that I'm coming from a good place, and I know that like I'm not a bad person or whatever. So like if someone like misconstrues or twists my words, I'm going to defend it. Like I have like the means to defend it if they take it the wrong way, in which so like what I mean is like I'm just going to like say what I want to say in the captions, or say what I want to say in like this format or etc. without really thinking about it.
Right.
Because I know that down the line we're going to like slip up.
Right.
And or like misspeak on like a certain topic, or like be like cringy in my like Instagram caption. But like I don't mind being quote unquote cringy, because like I think it's funny in the moment, and I want to post like a caption that may be a little bit cringy or whatever, or like not even that. So like I'm not expecting someone will take it the wrong way, but I just I try to focus on not really worrying about that, because I know that like I don't know, like I'm not going to say anything bad within the caption. Like I'm just trying to be myself without worrying too much about what I say.
It's like if people judge you, oh well, like I know what my intention was. Yeah,
like that. And then like if I get like a lot of judgment on it, it doesn't even have to be bad, but then I'm like I always have a reason for why I post it, so I can like back it up.
Yeah. Are we good on time?
Yeah.
Because I just thought about that in my head.
Yeah, we still have like 6 minutes or whatever.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
What do we talk about for the next 6 minutes?
I mean, we can end it now if you want.
I mean, why not let the 6 minutes go?
Yeah, we got the time.
Yeah, we do have the time.
I always feel like podcasts should be around at least 30 minutes, because it's like a lot of talking and stuff.
True.
What do you usually watch on YouTube?
I usually watch astrology videos, like pretty much on the daily, but I'm trying to like not consume too much, because it's too much of one thing is not good, Sometimes you gotta diversify the what you're consuming, so that you're a more well-rounded human being overall. But I like to use the YouTube to learn. Either about astrology, or sometimes I'll watch like a good video essay, or a good like what do you call it? Critique of society, or something going on in society, or I have this one channel I watch, which is Fab Socialism. And I come back to her videos every now and then, and she basically just critiques capitalism and points out all these different things that's wrong with capitalism. And I'm hungry for it. I just am always ready for the next thing that's going to blow. It's going to break my bubble, break my understanding of what's going on around me in the world we live in. So I'm always searching for that kind of stuff on YouTube. if I can find it. It's like a big library to me.
Yeah, I always forget that YouTube can be educational like that.
Yeah.
Because I feel like my tendencies are more of like YouTube drama
Yeah.
and
yeah,
stuff,
yeah.
which is like not real new. Like it's not,
Right.
it's BS. Like it's not real.
Right.
It's just like made up. But I've been trying to listen to more political stuff too, from more, because like I'm an independent. Like I honestly don't really like both sides. But I guess never mind. I don't want to get into politics.
Fair.
But I lean more to the left. But yeah, I agree. Like I watch more like socialist people and just their thoughts and opinions. But I just another thought that popped into my head that I want to jump back to early in the conversation about how this is another reason why I think we're the same people. I don't know if we expressed this on the podcast or not, but how you like viewed conversations before you kind of like took a step back and be like, oh wait, I actually like have to put my input in and stuff. I was thinking like that's exactly how I do. Like that's exactly how I approach with conversations. I'm trying to learn how to not do that because I always focus on the person that I'm talking to.
Right.
Never about me. And when I'm trying to focus, when I'm trying to start, now that I'm starting like with that approach to conversations, I find myself really awkward because I don't know how to start conversations and I rely on other people to start conversations for me.
Yeah.
And it's
oh my
just,
God.
I've been finding myself in awkward situations more often.
Yeah.
And more often with this approach, and I'm trying to learn how to communicate with people in that way.
True. Our guest has arrived.
What's up, guys? It's your boy Peachy here with the
Peachy,
mojito
Peachy,
and a
Peachy.
vape. You already know how it is.
The
Happy
perfect
21st,
combo.
Josh, aka yesterday.
Thank you.
Big day for the man.
Yes.
Anyways, I
Big
don't know the
things.
context of this podcast, but you know.
his birthday.
Yeah.
Oh, it's about your
you were right
birthday.
on target.
Okay, can
We
I
just got
wait?
really
Can I like actually
off
be
track.
like a guest here?
Yeah,
Or
sure.
is it too late? If
Yeah,
it's not,
come in.
I'll back off. Okay.
We can we can make room.
Yes.
I'll sit in the middle.
Okay.
My my back door right now is not comfortable.
You're back. Oh.
No. You can sit down. No.
He's grabbing another chair.
That's uncomfortable.
It's okay. I wanted to.
I don't think
squish
there's
on
going
the
to be
chair.
enough. Is there going to be enough space for that?
Yeah, look.
You should sit on the chair, King.
I'm sorry,
We can all
Josh.
fit. It's okay.
Do you want that cushion?
No, I don't think we have to untie it. It's like too much work.
So where were you guys at?
We were talking about, well, Josh brought up like earlier in the podcast
Conversation.
about how he approaches conversation and how he approaches conversation is basically like ask people questions and focus more of the conversations towards the other people. And then and he was saying how he's kind of switching that mindset about being more open to people and allowing people to know his thoughts and opinions and opening it up. And I was just finishing up saying how I have that similar like thought process. I focus on the other person, but now that I'm trying to switch that, be more vulnerable, I find myself more in awkward positions and starting conversations. And I'm trying to learn how to conversate
About
that
the other
way.
person too.
Yeah.
So that's like a defense mechanism.
Yeah.
I literally like that's the first thought that came to my head when you said that.
Wait. Sorry.
Sorry. Okay, glad you missed that. But no, that's a defense mechanism, and I feel the same way when I'm in like, well, I think it's like I know for you, it's because you don't feel comfortable being vulnerable to people, but for me,
Call me out.
but for me, okay, well, I'm just being honest, but for me, it's more like to diffuse an awkward situation. Instead of like having someone like ask me something, I'm the one asking questions. Cause like depending on the person, I cannot handle silence. So I'll just be the one asking questions about like other people, but it's not for the same reason,
Right.
which is interesting. I think actually,
What's
That
your
is kind of interesting.
yeah.
I don't know if that was like the same thought or not.
Yeah.
Maybe that was off
Yeah.
track.
No, that's.
It's weird because I've no I've noticed that when I be silent, people don't start conversation. More often than not is what I found. Like when I stay silent and just like be with a group of people.
What setting though? I feel like it depends on the setting.
Yeah, I guess.
But I know what you're saying, because you eventually at some point, like brutal honesty, you have to be the person to like talk, and you have to put yourself out there, because
Yeah.
not everyone in the world is just gonna come to you and be like like talk to you and like want to be your friend, you know. So you have to be
Yeah.
the one to like reach out, and it sucks. But I recently watched a video because I'm so awkward in social settings sometimes. I'm like, how can I be a better like social communicator? And they said pretty much what they did was they took like a month, I think it was, or like some certain amount of time, and they recorded 100 conversations. Like it was a challenge. They challenged themselves to have talk to 100 people in like a certain amount of time and document it. And he said over time he just became better at it, and in public he'd like ask someone for directions, and at first it was just like, oh, you go that way, and then it ended. But then later on in the challenge, he said he'd be like, so like he would ask for directions, but it would turn into like a personal conversation.
Right.
So it's like it takes practice makes perfect.
Right.
And lately in life, practice makes perfect literally is everything. Like I've literally been thinking about it. It's literally everything. Like your profession, practice makes perfect. You don't practice it, you're not going to get good at it. You're not going to get a job.
Yeah.
Social interactions, you don't practice at it, you're not going to get good at it, and you're not going to get what you want. So like
Exactly.
yeah.
And part of it's like understanding your own energy too, because I know for me, like the whole like the whole introvert extrovert thing can like kind of get in your head, because I know for me, I was like, oh, like I feel like most people would label me an extrovert, but I feel like I'm more introverted at times. So I feel like I was kind of getting stuck in the label. But I think astrology has been the biggest help in understanding like how my energy wants to move in like social situations. It's much more beyond just being an introvert or an extrovert. It's just sometimes, I don't know, sometimes in certain situations are going to call for certain things. Sometimes you don't have the energy to communicate with people. Sometimes you do, and you have to really be able to check in with yourself and be like, am I afraid right now, or am I just tired? Because I feel like I would just chalk it up to fear and just stop. But I'm realizing practice makes perfect. And I was watching Homecoming yesterday, which is Beyonce's film on Netflix. And she was talking about how, because the whole film is about how she like performed for 2019, their Coachella, and she had just had twins the year prior. So the whole prep for Coachella, she was like putting her body through all this work, trying to get it to a place where she could like be on stage and move the way she used to move. Because the babies took a toll on her. She had to have like an emergency C-section, all these different things. And they were just showing clips of her in the rehearsal, and she was saying, you know, that's why people don't like rehearsal, because you look dumb. You look dumb when you're practicing for shit. That's why I hated rehearsing I hated rehearsing for the piano, because every time I mess up, my ego would just be like, oh God, I'm not a good piano player. This is terrible. But that's just part of the process. You kind of just have to put yourself through the pain of it and all the ego. You just have to put away your ego and be like, you know what? I'm gonna let myself be humble today. If I stutter in this conversation, I'm gonna have to stutter. If there's an awkward silence, there's gonna have to be an awkward silence. You know?
Yeah, and I feel like society's built it so that in a way where you have to be perfect all the time. And like, for example, with like professional athletes, like you only see them in their prime and stuff. Hi. You want to be a guest star in the podcast?
Another guest star.
What's the conversation of the podcast?
We're talking about, well, you're actually a fucking goat at this, making conversation.
I am
being a
pretty
friendly
good.
person.
I am pretty good.
Trey's most enviable
Guys,
trait.
the bottom line is, no matter how different someone may be, you can still be a nice person to them. If they may think something completely different, they may have a political background or background that they are completely different than you, which is
Same.
me in this entire house from the start, is like, it's okay for your best friends to be like not associated in that sense. So I think it's very important to mention
That's
that.
true.
And then it's okay to have friends that are not exactly in like the same boat with you in terms of like morals, political values, views on certain controversial things, culture.
background.
It teaches you a lot of
race.
stuff. So that's my 2 cents.
It's that simple, guys.
sentence went for me. It went like.
The Trey Skates way.
Yeah, we're gonna wrap this up.
I remember.
And
Sprite?
Mojito, it's alcoholic.
Wait,
So-
Caleb needs to finish his point.
Yeah.
Well,
Here you go.
with like professional, but with like professional athletes,
Sorry.
like you only see them. But like you only see them with like at their best, or like influencers, or like politicians, or professionals in any job. You only see them at their best. You never see the grind of the practice. You don't see the embarrassment, because everyone felt embarrassment. Well, not felt embarrassment, but everyone failed and everyone made mistakes while trying, getting,
Embarrassment too.
yeah, getting to where they are in either profession.
Everybody
Profession?
goes through that.
What were we gonna say?
So what I was gonna say about like being perfect and stuff like that, and like more on a lower level than like athletes and like celebrities and stuff like that, because I don't know, that's just the way that the American culture is that they need, I mean, I guess it's worldwide at this point, like just needs to be like perfect.
Mm-hmm.
But someone in my class the other day said that they think it's gearing more towards like a personal, in like social media, like more of like a personal, like flaws included, which I think is good. I didn't know what she was talking about, but I'm like, sure. But like being perfect, like we're just talking about conversations, and lately I've learned to, like, when I have a social interaction and I'm like, ooh, that was awkward, I've learned to like laugh at it. Like I'm just like, oh well, that happened, but you know what the fuck, like it doesn't matter at the end of the day. Like they're gonna forget about it in like 5-10 minutes, unless it was like something weird, you know. But yeah, that was my thought on that.
Yeah.
But
You want to wrap this podcast up? Or do you have
Yeah.
you have
I
final
have-
thoughts on it?
I have a question for Josh.
Okay.
Because this is for his 21st, right?
Yeah.
What's your question?
How was your day? Because I didn't, like, I was at work, so I didn't really see him. But
This is true. Tears.
can you give me a rundown?
Can I double fist the mics
Yeah.
for this one?
Okay. Go ahead.
My 21st was good. It was a good day. It was a good day. I feel like I shouldn't hold both mics actually, because why would I do that? But yeah, I had a great 21st birthday. It was pretty laid back, pretty low key. I don't know what else to say. I got a massage.
Watch the beginning of the podcast and you'll find out.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, true.
Actually,
Sorry, guys. I didn't mean to, like, repeat that. But did you talk about Pub Web?
we did.
Yeah.
'Cause I
Okay.
went to a
All right.
bar.
Fuck that. I'm going to go back to the beginning of the podcast. Sorry, guys.
Yeah.
So cool.
Gosh,
It's okay.
Brendan.
But yeah, thanks for having me for like 5 minutes. Sorry for interrupting.
Yes.
They hate me for this.
Yeah, I
Don't
absolutely.
catch me editing the thumbnails for the next month.
Yeah, that's it, guys.
Bye.
Bye, guys.
Follow me at Peachy on YouTube. Brendan_Peachy on Instagram. Brendan Peachy on Facebook. Peachy Kid on Twitch.
Follow
Jaffe on
me-
YouTube.
Don't follow me anywhere. I don't want anyone to know.